I think I'm live. All right. So hopefully people come in. If you're watching this on the replay, hello. Hey, I'm Tamara. You've probably never been to my channel before. If you're watching this on the replay, you might be new. But I just have a haul over here, and I said, I think I'm going to go live and share with you what I picked up this weekend at thrift stores. So welcome. I probably should have started off. This is going to be very willy-nilly. I guess some of you will start watching and you're like, I'm out of here. She's so unorganized. And I am right now, unorganized, because I didn't know I was going to be going live. So the other thing is I just changed my desk around a little bit. I'm hoping you guys can hear me okay. I'm going to look and see. Okay, it does show that I'm live. All right, I'm going to excuse that you're going to hear double play right now. I want to make sure you can see. Yep, you're good. Okay, good. You can hear me. I did not hook up my web camera and my microphone and all that after I put some carpet down in my office, and I sheetrocked a wall over here since last time I was alive. And so it's all different. Hey, hi, Jen. So my office is different, and I didn't hook everything back up because I haven't done a live in like forever. I don't even know. When did I go live last? So if you're new here, 8 months ago. 8 months ago I went live. So it's been a while. Working on taxes. I did that last week, and I actually ended up owing quite a bit less than what I thought I was going to owe, which I was really happy about. I think for the last, I take every deduction I can. And I think for the last 2 years, I've had a loss. So this year I was like, okay, I really need to, I don't want to show a loss like all the time. But you know the way taxes are. But all right, so I'm going to show you guys what I got. Let me grab a box and we'll start going through it. I'm going to show you my haul. And I got a lot. I'll show you how much I got here. I just took a picture and I just put it up on my Facebook page, my Facebook group, Resellers Hangout, if you're not a member. So this is what I took a picture of. Yeah, really good with the light hitting it, huh? And coming back. So there's all this stuff, which you can't really see in that picture because, my web camera is not good. I know my cat was down here. I don't want to run him over. All right, let me grab box number 1 and I'll go through. And it's so funny. I was listening to Todd and Tom this morning, and Scott jumped on whatever channel. I don't even know what channel they were on. Queen City Picker, maybe? Queen something? I don't know. Anyway, I was listening to them this morning, and on the podcast that Scott, John, and Josh do, which Profit Playbook podcast, if you're not watching that, I didn't listen to all of it. I only listened to maybe a half hour of it, and Scott was talking about possibly selling on Whatnot or Didbit or something within District. If you're not familiar with District, it's pretty much like it's live selling but not live selling also. You can do both. I think they do better with the live selling. But anyway, they're talking about getting rid of stuff quickly. And I know that Paul the Philly Flipper, he started doing that and was selling stuff really fast. So he would go out, buy stuff on a Saturday, and then Sunday have a sale and get rid of it all. But so I'm like, that's kind of really not a bad idea. My problem is I just don't source enough to be consistent with that type of thing. All right, so I picked up 2 of these mugs. I like pottery mugs. How much was that? $1? They were $1 at the Goodwill, and they do have a mark at the bottom called Pensbury Pottery. So I like, if there's more than one of a mug, I like to pick them up. In this case, there was this set. Oh, here comes Pip. I hope I don't run his tail over. Pip has to get a tooth pulled tomorrow. Don't you, baby? Got to go get your tooth pulled. So then I picked up these napkins. I was actually picking these up for myself. They're cloth napkins that you would use at your dining table. And I have some plates that I inherited from my mom that have roses. And so I was thinking about doing, keeping these for when we get together with family. But then when I got back, I noticed that they were made by Waverly. So I may actually end up selling them. So I paid $2 for 8 napkins. I might sell them. I made a little less than last year and have more deductions, so I shouldn't owe anything. Yeah, that's good. Like I said, I don't have. Well, this is a book my sister-in-law borrowed, and she just returned it. My taxes. I told Tony, like, we take every deduction that we can, and sometimes I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't want to say too much on here, because it's a record. But take your deductions. That's what I do. I'm unwrapping some stuff, but there's tops to it, and I want to make sure that I get the tops. So I went to it's a indoor sale that if you're from Vermont, they have this indoor sale in New Haven every year. It's always this like the last weekend of the month, I think, and of February. And my daughter's always gone to it. Well, I should say not always. Right? The last 2 years she's gone to it, and she FaceTimes me. And last year I said to her, or maybe she said to me, somehow we both said, why don't you come over and actually go to the sale? So I planned on going over so I would be there for the sale. So some of this stuff is from that sale. And then as we were driving down to Rutland to go to the Goodwill, which we found out wasn't even open anymore. That was an hour wasted drive. But we did go through a town called Middlebury, Vermont, and they had an estate sale that kind of derailed us. Did I buy anything at that? I bought her a Kansas vinyl album for her to listen to. I had Dust in the Wind in it. So I said, you got to listen to this. So I bought her that for $4. And what else did I buy there? Oh, I bought a blanket. That's all I bought. She bought some sweaters, some wool sweaters. They had LL Bean. They had Brooks Brothers and Harley, which I've never heard of. I don't even know why I did not take the time to look the stuff up. Well, partly I know is that we were at an estate sale. It was really crowded, really, really crowded. And I knew I had to go to the restroom. So I was kind of like, let's go through really, really fast so we can get out of here so I can get back to where there's a bathroom. And when we got back, she ended up buying 3 sweaters. And I looked them up that evening. And I said to her, that Harley and Brooks Brothers, which I didn't know, Brooks Brothers vintage wool sweaters made in Scotland, they were selling for like $199. So I kick myself. They were asking $10. I'm like, why didn't I take the time and look those up? Now, LL Bean, I'm pretty, I was like, yeah, they'll sell for $25, $30. It is towards the end of winter. So I didn't really want to hang on to them. But I really would have picked up those other ones had I realized. All right, so I did pick up this at the indoor sale, which I wasn't sure what it was, but I love, as you can see, I paid $3. I love homemade pottery pieces. I love sourcing them. I love selling them. Sometimes they're great resale items. Sometimes they're not so great. But I thought this was for a candle. Wasn't really sure what it is. Come to find out, after, I'll tell you, use Google Lens. I Google Lens the signature on the bottom, and it told me exactly who made it and what this was. This is actually a garlic. You store garlic in it. So that was interesting. So I grabbed that. Going to be here all day with the stories and how long I talk, huh? All right, so I got 2 of these goblets with the gold. Very, very little rubbing off of the gold. Very little. But look how big they are. So these I actually got at the Goodwill. Paid $1. I got 2 of them. Paid $1 a piece for them. I got to figure out, so as I'm doing this, I'm going to be uncovering stuff. And then I got to put it all back in this box to push over there to grab another one. All right, I picked up this crock. Here's the lid, which I uncovered earlier. So this was $3 for this one. Again, pottery piece. And I did Google Lens this, and this also showed me exactly who it was that that made it because I can't. I know Martin, somebody. I don't know. I'll end up Googling it again. But when I got home, I unpackaged everything and had to look it all back up. So that was 3. It probably would be good if I had written all of the comps down so I could tell you guys what the comps are. So a few weeks ago, I picked up clear ones of these mugs. My daughter said they're actually, I think she said she saw these at Target. So they're actually not vintage, is what she told me. But there must be like vintage inspired. But I got this one with this design. And then I got another one, but I can't remember if it was blue or green. Probably not bad that I got to uncover this anyhow for pictures. But there's the other goblet. Pip, you're going to play with my newspapers? Oh, what's this? No, that's not. Hold on. Oh. It's like Christmas reopening stuff. Oh, I grabbed this. It's like a diner style coffee mug. I have no idea what it's worth. It was $1. And Long Lake is actually the name of a town and lake here in New York. So I'm thinking that might be what this is from, even though I picked it up in Vermont. M-Ware. I think that's what it says in China. But anyway, it's the vintage coffee style. So I've heard that these are good to pick up, but I have not looked that one up yet. That's right. Don't want that. Shannon gave me that. I think this is that Christmas thing I picked up, which I think it may have. It doesn't feel like it broke, but I picked up this little, I think it's probably a toothpick holder for Christmas. I like these little tchotchkes, I call them. It was $1, and let me see if it says. Yeah, so it was made in Thailand. So it wasn't China, it was Thailand, which is one of the reasons I picked it up. But look at the bear. So the bear's got a white nose. And I didn't notice it, but then I was like, wait a minute. When I was showing my daughter, I said, is that got a chip? Is that why it's white? But it doesn't feel like a chip at all. So maybe its nose was white, but that just doesn't look right. It looks like it's broken. I don't know. I got to check that out a little bit more. Maybe if I can find it on Google Lens and there's another one just like it, then at least I can see whether or not it's broken. All right, so then I grabbed this tray, $3. And I have been selling the plates, the bowls, the mugs that is from this set from Kohl's. It's a Kohl's sticker. And this was $25 originally, but you can't buy it anymore. It's the Woodland. But the mugs and stuff have been going for like $18 per mug. So if I pay $0.25 for the mugs and then flip it, I've been picking them up at garage sales. Oh, I'm like, what is this? It's weird shape. But this is, Pip, look at all the papers you got. So I picked up this decanter. I was watching a video by I think it was the Antique Nomad, and he was talking about how, I have a stopper for it, how he was talking about how decanters have done really well for him. And after I bought this one, I went to another thrift store in South Burlington, Vermont, and they had a ton of decanters. And this one was $6. This was at the Goodwill. And the other ones were like $6 or $8. And I sat there debating on whether I should get them. But I said, I haven't listed. If I had listed this and it sold already, then I would pick up more. But I got to see how this one does first. I don't know. Do you guys do that? Like, especially the first time you buy something, you don't really want to go too deep until you see whether or not it's going to sell. And I heard, sorry for all the ruffling. Again, I had heard that they do well, but I haven't done it yet. So this is the stopper that goes on the top of it. I did Google Lens this, and I think I can't remember how much it came up to, but even this has got like some nice detail on the stopper. But I can't remember. For some reason, I'm thinking it was like $40, right? And I paid $6. Okay, now I'm going to put everything back in the box. Yeah, so Jen does that. Anissa said she was going to come. I wonder, hold on, let me see if I can grab, I got to pause. Okay, I'm muted. Share. I just want to grab the link because Anissa, I don't know if you're in here or not, but I was just chatting with her on Facebook. So let me just send her the link. That way, if she wants to pop in, she can. It's funny, Jen, you were in on somebody's live the other day. I can't remember whose it was. And I was like, oh, there's Jen. I'm not normally on that person's live, so I just happened to be there, and there you were. I think it's that the book guy that does all the reselling updates, Galaxy something. I can't remember his channel name. But I like watching his channel because I like how he gives all the updates of all on the platforms and makes it so I don't have to go and read all those articles. Okay, just trying to put this in without it getting broken. Galaxy CD, something like that. It's a long, really long name. All right, I'm going to go grab some more stuff. I'm going to go put this on my photo area right here, and I will be right back with another box, which I'm only right here, so. All right, what should I grab? I'll grab this bag, and what else should I grab? I'll grab these. I got some blankets. Let me just push that out of the way. Keep the pile of newspapers here. One thing I will say, if you guys wrap things in newspaper, I had been doing that for a while. As I listed something, I would wrap it in newspaper and then put it in my totes behind me. I've stopped using newspaper because I will use it in the bags or in a box. So like today I shipped off a set of blue cobalt plates. And after I wrap the plates in bubble wrap and put them in the box and then I fill the void with something, I've been using newspaper. But I went to package and ship some plates a couple weeks ago, and the newspaper print had transferred over to the plate. So I had to spend so much time cleaning the plates. Pain in the rear end. So I pick up, anytime I see these types of blankets, the old acrylic with the satin trim, especially something like this color. If you can get one with a print on it, that's even better. But I did pick up this, and I think these were $5.99 at the Habitat for Humanity resource store. I went to the one in Williston, Vermont. I do very well with those. Usually can get anywhere between $40 and $80, depending on the size and the print and that kind of stuff. So then I paid $3 each for these. And this one is a light pink, baby pink with that same trim. And then on this side is a ivory colored one. But they both have that same satin trim. I think they said these were full. Yeah, 2 full-size blankets. So those were $3 a piece. And then speaking of blankets, hey, there's Anissa. I said, oh, she's not in here. She must not have gotten notified. So I'll send you the link. And then I got this mustard colored one. So I ended up with 4 blankets. So the burgundy, a light pink, an ivory, and mustard. And this one, I don't even know how much I paid for this one. Would have been less than, oh, this one was $5. This is what I bought at the estate sale. This is the only thing I got at the estate sale. When I got up there, I said, there was no price on it. And she goes, I don't know. And I said, well, I'm willing to do $5. And she said, okay. So the lady ahead of me had a blanket and she had charged her $10. And I said, I won't do $10. So That's what I told my sister-in-law. I got this picture. So I've been picking up a lot of embroidery things. So this was $2. And it is vintage because it was done in 2000. But I got to clean it. This is a little dusty. It's a little dusty, so I got to clean the mat and see. There's no glass or anything. This kind of stuff does really well on Etsy. And then I got this embroidery. See, this one does have a glass. This is a long one. That baby blanket I sold went for about $80 shipped. Yes. Those baby blankets that are made out of that same type of material with the satin, my baby sister, she still TMI, but she still sleeps with a baby blanket. And she will spend $100 on those vintage baby blankets that have the satin trim. So I know if I see them, I pick them up. She doesn't care for the larger ones as much. She likes the smaller ones that she can kind of hold in her hand. And she's been doing it since she's a baby. All right, let me grab another bag. Let's do this bag, and I will grab this bag. Oh, it's heavy. Ooh. Okay. I pack these really, really tight. And it's mostly a lot of breakables I pick up. That's pretty much what my business has turned into, is breakables, is vintage items. I really enjoy picking up vintage. And I know that there's ways to make more money on eBay. There's ways that you can get wholesale accounts and make stuff like that, but that's not fun for me. And I want to have fun while making money. And I know I'm not making as much as I could if I did something else, but I like it. All right, so I picked up this wall hanging / baby blanket. Speaking of baby blankets, it's hand embroidered. Let me see. What do you want? So you can have it as a baby blanket, or you can hang it on a wall in a baby's room. All hand embroidered. I don't think that ever was used. It feels like it's never been washed. It has that new feeling to it. So there's that. That was $1. This was at that sale that I went to, that indoor sale on Friday. The line was so long to get in. We just don't have that type of stuff over here. So it was really exciting. Okay. And then, my sister-in-law did this puzzle until she gave me this to resell. That's pretty much what we do. We buy puzzles. We each do them. And then I resell them. And surprisingly, they still sell. Not as quickly as they did, of course, during COVID, but they still sell. Picked up this weather station for $5. I think when I looked this up, they were going for like $25, $30. It's by the brand Springfield. And it says it's 64 degrees down here right now. I should put it down here so I can keep an eye. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to put it right here until I list it so I can see what the temperature is. Because it's been cool down here because we don't have our wood stove going. And usually the heat from the wood stove heats up down here. Did you find any? I didn't go to Plato's. In my group, there's a gentleman who's been going to Plato's Closet, and he has been scoring some really, really good stuff. And I've been learning so much about him. Jen, I'm not sure if you're in that group, but I know that Anissa is. And he's been posting stuff that I'm like, I need to start looking at ties. I need to start looking at men's jackets, like suit jackets, because he's flipping things really fast, like listing them and they're selling within 24, 48 hours. All right, so I picked up a set of 3 of these spice containers from Tupperware. They were $1. And of course, they're pink. So I got those. Debating on whether I'm going to keep them or sell them. Yes, Andy is a smart guy. Yeah, he's good. Just some great information. Great information. This Holly Hobby doll. So if you're in my group, as you see this stuff get listed in the next week, if you see this Holly Hobby in tomorrow's sold picture, because I put a picture up there every day of when I'm packing of what I've sold, you'll know, oh my gosh, you just bought that and flipped it really fast. There are things that I imported into flip to cross post that sold this weekend that I never had a chance to cross post. That's what I like. I learned from everyone who posts. Yeah, I mean, just the stuff like Chastity posting and it's all peppery. I got these Tupperware salt and pepper shakers. I just pulled the top off this one because I'm like, oh, it's really dirty, but it's actually filled with pepper. I got to clean that. So these, I used to pick these up and sell them for pretty good. These are not in that great of condition. So I'm not sure. I'll probably still get like 18 to 20 bucks for them. They were $1. You know, it's funny how last year when I started the year, I said, I'm going to change my average sale price. I want it to be higher. But I'm okay with selling things like this for 18 bucks. So I threw that away. I don't do that anymore. Oh, here's that other cup I got. I had showed earlier. I had a yellow one, a mustard one. So I got this green one. Like I said, my daughter says she thinks these are newer, but they're not vintage. Which kind of stinks because I like being able to cross-post things to Etsy because I get a higher price there, things sell quicker, and my fees are less on Etsy than they are on eBay. Thanks to my amazing accounting spreadsheet analyzing that I did for my taxes. This I bought for myself. This pig. So I collect pigs. If you follow my Facebook and Instagram account, Yellow Fox, that's what my business is, Yellow Fox. And I posted a picture of my pig collection the other day, so he's going to be added to it. I'm not sure where I'm going to put him, though. But he is made by Joan Barker Designs. So, I don't know. Sometimes I buy things for myself and I end up selling them because they're worth more selling than hanging on to. But we'll see. I've got a lot of pigs, so I'm running out of room. All right, I got another pottery piece. He's cute, or she, and I called her Haven. I guess Haven could be a boy or a girl. My two favorite colors are green and yellow, and the pig is green and yellow. And I thought since I bought her in New Haven, I'd call her Haven or him Haven. I guess maybe her since it's green and yellow. But I bought this pottery piece. But look at this, the top of it. It's just, look at $1. Such good condition. And again, I Google lensed this and it told me exactly who made it. I'm pretty sure this was from Texas. And then when I ended up Google lensing not just this, but the whole thing. And I saw other ones made with this. It does have a chip. I think I chipped it. It did not have a chip when I bought it. I think it got chipped on the way home. Oh, it's got one right there too. Oh, I think I chipped it on the way home. Can you? I don't know if you can see. See right here? Oh, right there. There's a little chip. I think it chipped on the way home. Bummer. Okay. Which happens. I've lost mugs on the way home before. I need to go to more estate sales, says Jen. Yeah, we don't have estate sales around here. Well, I say that. They don't advertise it normally as an estate sale, but I have been going to one every 2 weeks. She's been opening up another room. I guess their attic is so full of stuff that the girl who's running the estate sale, she normally just runs garage sales in the summer for people, but she's been bringing the stuff down and putting it in a couple rooms and then clearing it all out over the next 2 weeks and bringing new stuff down. So every 2 weeks it's been different things. Last time she brought a bunch of books and fabric, a ton of fabric, which I don't sew. And I did buy some outdoor fabric to resell. I listed it already and it hasn't sold yet, but some Tommy Bahama. stuff. All right, so I picked up this deviled egg plate. These seem to do really well for me. Deviled egg plates. This color, the milk glass, clear glass, doesn't matter. They do pretty good. This one I paid $5 for. John from Red Relic said something about paying for an AI bot for identifying items. Have you heard of this? I have not heard of it. I've just been using Google Lens. It's free. The problem with Google Lens, though, is it doesn't show you solds. It shows you current listings. And I don't know why, but for some reason, especially when I do it on the laptop, when I click on the eBay listing, it always seems to bring me to eBay PH, which I'm assuming is the Philippines, but ebay.ph comes up all the time, even though it's a US listing. Okay. And then embroidery, I got this one. Isn't it pretty? It's so beautiful. My daughter wants me to hang this in her bedroom that she uses when she comes over. It does have some damage right here. It looks like at one point it was 40 and then 8. I paid 2 for it. I just searched in the eBay app taking a picture. Yeah, but you know what? It doesn't work good. The eBay app photo is really bad. I've opened a case with eBay and sent them examples of how things don't even show up of what it is. But then when I type it in, it'll show a clear picture. Like if I typed in this, Tupperware salt and pepper shakers, vintage salt and pepper shakers, right? A whole bunch of listings come up. But if I did a Google Lens, I would get like a white elephant or a giraffe, like just really random things that are not salt and pepper shakers, or maybe salt and pepper, but not Tupperware ones. I don't know, just really bad results. So I opened a case with them, but that was like at least a year ago. It's still bad. I picked up this. Let me see. So this ended up being like a 2-for. So this little case, paid $3, and there are these little demi something or another. It's called spoons. And then it had this collector spoon up here. Now I have not found this specific brand, this MB. But I found other ones identical to this one, but it was a different brand. So I'm wondering if they were a promotional item by somebody at one time, or maybe like a souvenir. This one's got a sailboat, but it doesn't say like a town or anything. So I haven't found this exact thing, but I found ones that look identical to it, but not the same brand. And then I grabbed, which by the way, I just need one of those spoons in there because I picked up this really nice like jam jar, this vintage jam jar, and I've been looking for a little spoon to put in it to sell it. I've been debating on keeping that and using the spoons to put into those jam jars that I've been picking up. So then I got these little hors d'oeuvre forks, and they were inside that, but they don't go with that set. They are, I did Google Lens these too. They're actually, they said they were Inca. They're made in Mexico because there's a stamp in the back here, which you probably can't see, but it does say, it says Mexico. It almost looks like Mexico, but it's actually the first word is spelled a little different than Mexico. But they are, look at like this one look like American, right? Because it's got like an eagle. See right there, an eagle. But then they are these Mexican. And they said Inca when I looked it up. So anyway, that's a little bonus. Let's keep them in here. Tippy, what you want? Why you keep crying? I have to give him some treats. So I brought him to the vets 2 weeks ago because he's just been acting really weird, my cat. And the vet, where did I put his treats? I can't give you any treats because I don't remember what I did with him. He's just been acting odd. Not like sick, but just not his normal self. And crying. Like he'll just be laying there and he'll just start like making these like guttural cries. We're like, what is up with him? And so it's barely been since around Christmas time. So last few weeks, he wasn't really eating much. And I'm like, why is he not eating? And then he got some of those delectables. My sister-in-law's mom's cat passed away, and she gave me her leftover food, and I'm like, oh, I gave the cat it, and he ate it all up. And I'm like, well, I can't, it doesn't say you're supposed to give that to them as a food. It's supposed to be like a treat or a topper. So I said, I'm gonna make an appointment and bring him in and have him just double check everything, make sure he's okay. And while I was there, they did CBC, $300 vet visit just to tell me, oh, he's looks fine, perfectly fine. Everything they did was good. But he'd lost 3 pounds. And I said, well, he hasn't been really eating much last 3 months. And I said, he lays on my chest and his breath is so bad that I'm like, get off me. You stink so bad. Like, your breath is horrible. So she's like, well, he could have something wrong with his tooth. So she tried to look in his mouth, and he did not want to show his mouth. But she did look down in this one corner, and she's like, it looks like he might have an abscess. So she gave him an antibiotic for the week, and then tomorrow he's got to go and get a tooth pulled. Well, they're going to put him to sleep and, and then look and see whether or not it looks like he needs to have them pulled. Hopefully only one, if any. It'd be great if it ends up being none and the antibiotic took care of whatever it was. But, I'm sure there's going to be at least one tooth gone. Guess how much it is for a cat to get one tooth pulled? One tooth. Which it kind of depends on the tooth, though. So it's a 3-root tooth. That's the most expensive tooth. It was a 3-root tooth. $1,200. $1,200. So he lost a tooth about, I think it was maybe 2 summers ago. He's an outdoor cat, and he gets in fights with stuff. And he came in one time, and we noticed that he was missing one of his canine, probably not a canine since he's not a dog, but, one of those front teeth. We're like, how did he lose a tooth? So I was just thinking, and my husband too, that he must have gotten in a fight with something and got it stuck and ended up losing it when he got himself away from whatever it was he got himself stuck in. Well, she was saying that he may have had an infection back then on that tooth and it just fell out. She said that a lot of times if they get it stuck on something, or especially in like fighting another animal, that it would break off and you would have a tooth that was broken. She goes, in this case, the tooth is like what we're assuming it's just gone, but maybe it's not. I don't know. I guess we'll find out when they take a look tomorrow. But yeah, I said, remember the days when our kids were like babies, or even before they were babies, we would bring the cat to the vet, and it was always that conversation of, how much is this going to cost? And is this going to be the end? Because if you can't afford an expensive $1,200 vet bill for a effing tooth, I mean, come on, a tooth. All right, so I picked up this. Isn't it cute? This little duck. I guess it doesn't look, I guess it could be a hen on a nest. I don't know. Milk glass, a little different than what you normally find. And but it's in great condition. I didn't see any chips anywhere. It is made by Avon though, but it's really cute. So I'm actually debating on whether I want to put this in my new thing I have upstairs that I've been putting stuff in. So trying to decide. So yeah, I probably wasn't eating because it hurt. I think that's probably it. That's what we're assuming. My sister-in-law gave me some books to list. So I'm actually, have you guys seen that date with a book, blind date with a book? I think is what it's called. So I was looking on Etsy, and I saw this like a year or 2 ago, this blind date with a book where they take these books and wrap them up and do like based upon the genre. Somebody would choose which genre they want a book for, and then they would get a book. So I've been thinking about doing something similar on Etsy, and I just don't know if I want to do just the book or if I want to do a book with, I was thinking maybe a book with either a teacup or a coffee cup. They can choose which one, or I just got to figure out which avenue I want to go. If I do that, there are some sellers who seem to sell quite a bit, and then there's other sellers who don't sell much. So I was telling my sister-in-law, or maybe it was my husband or my daughter, somebody recently, that I think a lot of it will be maybe creating, been trying to build up my social media, which I'll tell you, it's just not seeming to work. My social media is not growing at all. And the content I've been trying to do, not just posts for sale, but interactive content, like what's your favorite candy bar or Easter candy or something like that, to try and get people to comment, but they're not commenting. And or it's the same people, same one or two people, and it's just not growing. So I'm just not really sure what to do. And I'm kind of thinking about doing TikTok, because I think it seems like the people that do TikTok, that helps them in other avenues. So perhaps if I did TikTok, and I think that might be the trick if I'm going to do that blind date with a book, is to do a TikTok and get people to, I don't know. Maybe that will help. I don't know. Who knows? I'm not going to get too deep into it in case it turns into nothing. A big nothing. All right. I'm just going to put this stuff back in this bag. So I don't want to put you in because you're chipped. I want to keep you aside so you don't break any more than you already have. All right. So I got some more newspaper. Throw you over here. Oh, this is not stuff I show you. I actually bought this for myself. Went to Hobby Lobby. That's what my next bag is my Hobby Lobby haul. That is not for reselling. So let me put that. I grabbed that, but that should have been actually upstairs. All right, let me grab another bag or two, since this one is not what I thought it was. Put you over here. Over here. And let me grab this bag in this box. Actually, I see my egg. Hold on, I got to pick up my deviled egg thing. I almost stepped on it. I don't want to step on that. It'll break. And then I'll have broken eggs. Yeah, that's one reason I don't have pets. I think that, this is Jen, when we were young, we would still bring them to, like normal stuff. But I think it's especially if you're young, you don't have a lot of money, it's one of those things that you're always like, people say, well, don't own a pet if you can't take care of it when it's sick. Well, how often do they get sick? And you hope that if they do get sick, that it's not anything major like surgery. Let me take out these. So I'm just really fortunate that we can afford the $1,200 vet bill to have a tooth removed. I'm still like $1,200. It's a lot of money for a tooth. But he's our baby. All right, I'm just pulling out all these things. Let's see. Oh, I know what this is. Okay, I only need to show you one of those, and then this. So I went to they called it a consignment store, but it's pretty much like an indoor flea market where people have booths. And this is the only thing I saw there. Everything else, I had a hard time at those type of stores, because people that rent booths, they know what they have. So I did pick up 6 of these mugs. Again, they're like pottery. So 6 of these. And they had this picture craft, or whatever you want to call it. I didn't, one of the things I didn't do was to check to see if it was correct. Let me just double check to make sure there's no chips underneath this lid. Pips, what is up? Very nice. Very nice inside. No chips that I can see. So anyway, so I got this with 6 of these mugs, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, maybe only 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe only 5 mugs. 5 mugs. And I think the total came up to $20. I'm sorry, $12. Not $20, $12 for this. All right, I like that. I like that. I like pottery. I like pottery. All right, let me stick you over here. And I guess remember it's below. I grabbed this trivet with this trivet, but they are ones that you can hang on a wall, or you can use them as trivets, but 2 geese. So I'll sell them as a set. They were 75 cents a piece. Oh, that's right. I forgot I grabbed this. Look how cute this is. Just this little tiny dish. It was only 50 cents. That'd be really good with my Cadbury mini eggs. At that same sale, that was actually at a thrift store in a town called Brandon, Vermont. I picked up this also, and it's got the 4 legs. And this was 75 cents. It's got grapes. So I like that. Pick that up. I don't pick up a lot of clear stuff, but 75 cents. I might keep this one. I'm debating on what I'm going to do. Okay, let's see. I got this. Oh, this isn't for resale. My sister-in-law gave me this picture. We just painted our dining room and our kitchen. And my dining room, we decided to redo it. And we kind of like have a military wall with my husband's shadow box from his military days and the medals he's earned. And I have a picture of his grandfather, 2 pictures of his grandfather from World War I. They're pretty big pictures. We got them hanging. And then I have a picture of my grandfather from World War II. And I've got to get a picture of my dad printed off. Everything I have is all just digital. But this is my dad, his U.S. Navy Training Center from 1961. And that handsome devil is somewhere in here. I guess we're going to, my gosh. Oh, I can't find him right away. Well, he's in here somewhere. So I'm going to add this to our military wall. So my sister-in-law gave me that because my brother had it. I guess my brother gave it to me, right? So my sister-in-law gave me some clothes to sell. Dale of Norway. It's a nice sweater. So she said, I got some sweaters for you. I'm going to have to get these listed because this is size medium. Oh, I gave her this one. Now, get down. Get out of my clothes. This is a Cherokee. Doesn't say the size. Probably a large. Nice sweater with the turtleneck sweater. Cherokee people. Cherokee tribe. All right, then a Maurice's size large sweater. Showing y'all just in case somebody watches this later and they're like, hey, I would like that sweater. I just sold a sweater. No, it wasn't a sweater. It was just a shirt in that Facebook group, Resellers Hangout. Go join it if you're not part of it. That I posted because I listed it and eBay told me. What did eBay tell me? I got some weird warning. Oh, I know what it was. They told me, they said I couldn't list it because the brand name was Cure, C-U-R-E. And they said it was a pharmaceutical something. I'm like, it's a shirt. And so I posted in the group like, well, I got to take the brand name out of this title because it won't let me post it. And one of the members of the group said, I love that shirt. And she went and bought it. She goes, it's my size. Jean Pierre. This looks like it. This is a size large, but It looks like it shrunk. So I have to make sure I put measurements on this one. Now this was one that I actually asked her if she wanted. She didn't want it. So if you are an extra large, the shirt was a little too snug on me. There's no stretch to it. So I said, do you want this shirt? And she said, no. I said, all right, I'm just going to sell it then. I'm not going to hang it. And this one I took off from eBay because she said she wanted it, but then she didn't like it. So I just got to actually put this one aside because I just need to relist that one because I took it down. Another Maurice's size large. Oh, this is just like that ivory one. Same style. It looks like it's kind of like it's not even across. It kind of goes down. I don't know what that's called. And then this is just bags. Okay. She saves me all of her stuffing from her Amazon purchase. All right, hold on. I got some more. Why do you keep crying? What? No. No, we're not doing anything right now. Let me get your snacks. I think they might be in this drawer. Where's your snacks? They're not in this drawer. Where did we put them? I don't know what I did with them. I can't get in for you. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did with his snacks. I don't know if I thought they were like right there in that drawer. Okay, 2 more bags, folks. Then I got to get to taking these pictures so I can get it listed. You're really making me wonder what I did with your snack. Hold on, let me check in here. I don't remember putting them in here. Where would I have put them? I know, I don't know where. All right, again, pottery. Look at this piece. This bowl. It's huge. It's like a big serving or mixing bowl. This was $3.99 out of Habitat. Made in 2010. It's really pretty. It's really, whoever did it's good. Like I like it. Okay. And then I got, I know. So I went into the resource store. If anybody's watching from Winooski, the one in Williston. So I went downstairs and they had all of their pants and shorts were 99 cents. So I'm like, well, I've been trying not to do pants or shorts, because especially pants. I don't have a good setup for taking pictures of pants. They're just not coming out well. I gotta change the lighting over here. But anyway, they have these shorts. These were size 42 Wrangler. So I picked these up for 99 cents. There's no tax on clothing in Vermont. And then I got these Columbia size 32s. Free Dust Bunny. Must have been from the shopping cart. So I got these. Did I say what brand these were? Columbia, by the way. Columbia shorts. And then these Royal Robins. I'm not familiar with that brand. They are size 8. Actually going to see if my sister wants these before I list them. But they're like an ankle, a little bit longer than a capri pant. They're like a material that you would use if you're going to go on a hike or something. I got some Maurice's curvy size 13, 14 jeans. So when I got to the register, she was totaling up everything. She told me my total. And then I said to her, I wasn't going to buy any pants. I said, but for 99 cents, you can't really beat that price. And she goes, oh, where did you see they were 99 cents? And I said, well, all the pink signs said 99 cents. And she goes, oh, we took those down. And I said, well, you took them down after I grabbed stuff from them. I said, if you're not going to honor the 99, then let me go through them and I'm going to pull out only the ones that were for myself. Because I said, I picked up some stuff for my family. And she ended up doing it for 99. But like the jeans are normally $3.99, which still is not a bad price. But I went to pick these up for $3.99. This is, I don't see a brand. They're size medium. There's a style number, but I don't see a brand. I'm looking for a logo in case you guys know more than I do. But they're like a legging, but they're like a, I don't know. I can't really describe the material because I just don't do that very good. But they need to be washed, first of all. Rubbing on the floor, getting all dirty. But they've got these extra pockets, cargo pants. But they're almost like you would wear if you were a nurse, but they're not. They're not like, because they got like this down here. I don't know. Do you think I wonder if a nurse would wear these? If so, I wonder if my sister would want these. She works at the VA. I might hang on to these and see if she wants those before I list them. And then these are Athleta, but I don't know the size because it looks like the tag is like melted. But these were Athleta leggings. But again, I don't know the size. They got pockets. But 99 cents. I said, I'll get them. Even if I sell them just for $10. DSG extra larges. Actually, I'm going to keep these for myself. Because they had, oh no, they don't have pockets. All right, maybe I won't. I'm not going to keep them. I like ones with pockets. I'm in an extra large legging. And then I grabbed Diamond Supply Company. These are size medium 32s. So I'm assuming they are unisex, or are they men's? But they say hardware heavyweight on the side. I don't know. I was going to see actually if Tony wanted these. So I'll keep those aside too in case Tony wants them. Since he's probably down into a medium for those. He's lost weight. Some Talbots pants. Nothing fancy. Just good old Talbots. What size are these? They don't say a size. The tag here and the tag on the side does not have a size. I bet you they're probably 14 or 16. Oh, I got these for Tony. I picked up these for Tony. Some comfy shorts. Adidas. That's it for clothing. All right, I'm almost done, Pips. I'm almost done. I only got a couple more things. Okay, I dropped this, so hopefully it didn't break. It did not. Good. This is, I've never seen one like this for deviled eggs in the middle, but then you could put like a relish tray or whatever on the outside of it. So I grabbed this at the Habitat for Humanity store in Vermont. Actually grabbed that yesterday on our way home. I stopped at the one in Milton. And then I picked up these thinking my daughter might want them, but she said no. So now I don't know if I'm going to sell them or keep them. But they're, again, homemade pottery, but they are for plants. They got the holes in the bottom. And they were $2 a piece, and there's 2 of them. I might keep them for myself because I got a couple plants that I've moved where I've been keeping them, and they don't really fit where I have them. And if I could transfer something to this, it would fit. And this says USA on the bottom. I think that's what it says. Yeah, USA. And then it's like PPP. I don't know what that is, but that's the stamp on the bottom. I'm going to have to Google Lens that just to see that it's nothing fancy. I mean, it doesn't look like it's done at a high caliber of pottery, that's for sure. I grabbed this. I love unusual things, and to me, this type of stuff is what I do really well with on Etsy. So I ended up grabbing this. It was $5, which I debated, but I Googled it really quickly, and I don't know. The concept came up then. I said, all right, I should buy them. but I didn't look up solds. It's just sometimes it's so hard to look up solds when you're in a store. Doolin is the name on the thing, but I told my husband we should put it in my daughter's bedroom because it's got the gun and stuff in it. She wouldn't like it. All right, and then I grabbed this again. My plan is to resell this, but I don't even know if it's worth it. But it's made by Cabot. If you guys are familiar with Cabot cheese, that's made in Vermont, or it used to be made in Vermont. I think they've expanded to other states now. But Cabot Creamery, printed on the front. It's cute. I picked this up. Oh, I forgot. I don't know if you were around earlier. I said that I needed some little jam jar spoons that I've been searching for, and I have not been able to find any. But they did have this for $1. I think that's what she charged me. That's a spreader. But I thought maybe this would fit in the jam jar, and they can use this to spread instead of a little spoon, right? So I got to try this in that jam jar that I bought recently. Let me see how much she charged me for that. Oh no, that was from the estate sale. I don't know how much she charged me. I don't even think I got a receipt for that one. Oh, I got one more thing. One more. The unicorn, the mother of all things. The mother of dragons. Hold on. I do got a couple of textbooks that I went to my sister's, and she lives on the border of Vermont and New Hampshire in a town called North Heartland. Since I'm dropping all these names of towns people have never heard of. And her son had graduated from college a couple years ago, so she asked me if I wanted any of his books. So I do have 2 of his books here. The other ones I said, no, I don't want, and she donated them. But, okay, this is the thing. Let me show you it. This is a case. Watch out, Pip. Don't want to run your tail over and your feet. So this was at that indoor yard sale. And my sister-in-law and I had gone through everything, cashed out, went and put it in the car, went back through, and I saw this. And I quickly looked it up, and I said, I'm getting it. And I grabbed it. And she goes, you're going to get that? She goes, it's worth it? Because it was $30. And I said, it's worth it. I said, I'll show you when I get outdoors. All right, so this is the set. Oh, my toe, my finger. I said my toe, my finger. Okay. Try to get it here. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. I guess I'm going to have a hard time showing you this without making a mess. All right, so it is a real stag horn cutlery styled by Lewis Rose and Company from Sheffield, England. So as you can see, it comes with this. Does that move? It looks like it would move, but oh wait, it does. What's that do? Oh, it must be to like clip it on something. I don't know. So it's got a fork. It's got the knife sharpener. It's got this really long knife. Really long. It's got this cleaver. I told Tony if he didn't behave, I might have to pull this out. That's when you want to Lorena Bobbitt somebody. And hold on, had another piece. And then I had this knife. I don't even know what all these different knives do. So there's 3 knives, a fork, and a knife sharpener. So when I looked this up, you guys, guess how much it said it was worth? Who's here? 5 of you are here. Anybody here that's near a keyboard that wants to guess how much that was worth? Let me find my phone because I want to show you what I saw in the store for me to say, I'm getting that. All right, let me go to Google. Google Lens. Hold on. Snapshot. Okay. Generating. Says the image shows a vintage 6-piece carving set, likely from the mid-20th century, It features stag horn handles and stainless steel, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Hold on. I got to find the one that looks like it. Where are you? There's a lot of 3 pieces. All right. Now it's not showing it. Come on. Okay. Let me do it this direction. This is how I did it. Let me see if this makes a difference. Doing it in that direction instead of turning it. So there's a brand called Cherish, or I mean a website called Cherish. And I will say don't ever compare anything to what, oh, there it is right here, Cherish. Right? So I don't know if you can see the price. See the price right there on the other, not this side, but the other side. $1,395. And I was like, what? And the other one was like, right, this 3-piece one on First Dibs was $895. This 3-piece one, different brand though, $142. Sheffield 7-piece carving set. Mine's a 5-piece. How much did this one sell for? That doesn't show. But anyway, I was like, okay, for $30, I'm going to take it. So I think that this set will sell for like between $400 and $500. That's what I'm thinking of right now. It's $400 and $500. I've heard that Cherish, you cannot go by what their prices are because from what I understand, their fees are really high to sell there. So people sell their stuff for really ridiculous prices. So that's what I got. That is my thrift finds. I'm looking to make sure there's nothing else over there that I forgot. There's other stuff, but not from this haul. That was about it. So that's what I got. Thank you all for popping in. And if you're watching the replay, please thumbs up and leave a comment. That'd be great. Not that it really matters for my algorithm because I'm only live every 8 months. But I just thought I would share this with you guys so you could see. Join the resellers hangout. That's where I'm posting every day. Bolos, what I'm selling. Other people are posting what they're selling. So when people are saying, oh, sales are dead, you can see that sales are not dead across the board because people are selling stuff and what they're actually selling. It's really been interesting to see what is selling for people and on what platform, because there's multiple platforms that people sell on. No big Amazon sellers are in there. I mean, there are some big Amazon, like Grumpy John's in there, but the posts and stuff of what people are selling are on eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, Etsy, that type of stuff, Facebook Marketplace. So, all right, thanks guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.